from the labor wars of Ghana to the hospitals in Germany. Her journey wasn't easy. Language barriers, relocation costs, and qualification conversions. But she made it. And today, she's revealing the real process no one talks about. That is how to become a nurse or a midwife in Germany. But before we begin, if you are a nurse with diploma, and you want 70% scholarship to earn a BSc in nursing online from one of the top universities in the United Kingdom, which is University of Suffolk, then check the comment section. Check the pinned comment section. You will see my unique referral code from Unicaf. Click on it and apply to get your BSc in nursing, because as I always say, if you are a nurse, you have to keep on learning. This is going to open a lot of doors for you. Now go into the comment section right now and apply for your Unicaf scholarship. And in 12 to 14 months, you complete your BSc program and you fly to the UK with your family for your graduation ceremony. And that is going to be a lifetime ceremony you are not going to forget. If you are new here, kindly smash on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any post from this channel. My name is Manuel. Without wasting my time, let's dive into the video. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Manuel. Tell me about yourself.
Hi, Manuel. Thank you for having me on this channel. My name is Princella. I'm a midwife in Germany. So basically, that's all to be known about me.
Yeah, I haven't heard anyone working in Germany, Holland, those countries as a nurse or a midwife. In fact, you're the first one to be on my channel, and we pray that we get a lot of you after this interview. Now,
Yes.
Tell me, was midwifery your passion? Had you always wanted to do midwifery, or it just occurred to you at a point?
Well, not necessarily, but my mother was actually a birth attendant back in the days.
Oh, TV.
So I had a little bit background knowledge in it, but I really wanted to be a nurse, but I didn't get nursing. I got midwifery, and I said, me, I'll not go and do midwifery. That my father was like, that you go. So I would say my father actually pushed me to go and study midwifery, and I'm very thankful that he did that, because I discovered, or I fell in love with midwifery as I went to midwifery school. So yeah, and here I am.
So meaning you have not regretted doing midwifery at all?
No, because I've heard about, like, people were saying, like, you get waist pains, you always be standing. Yes. Actually, it's true, but I mean, I'm not sure about that, but it's true, you get waist pains, but after the satisfaction you get after taking care of a mom and a baby I can't describe it. So yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, why midwifery in Germany?
So with my journey, I came to Germany because my husband was here. So I came through the family reunion visa. And when I got here, obviously I wanted to work. Those times it wasn't easy to get access to information, what to do and what not to do. That's why actually when I was done with my recognition, I decided to share my experience and my knowledge about getting recognized as a midwife in Germany. So yeah, that's why Germany, actually, because of my husband, I had to come to Germany.
All right, we should be thankful to your husband for creating this path for us. So we are coming to learn a lot about how to become a midwife or a nurse in Germany. Now, how is nursing or midwifery in Germany like? Is it enjoyable? Is it fun? Should we come there if we get the chance?
I think it cuts two ways. Yeah. At the beginning, it's very lovely, very enjoyable. But as time goes on and you see the workload, the burnout, and also the work you are doing compared to the money you are getting, it's like, maybe I have to leave, But it's actually enjoyable because you get to learn new things you are not familiar with, because back home, we are still developing. So there are a lot of things that are not too common. In terms of midwifery, like, you really care for the mother and baby. Unlike in Ghana, where we just be shouting at them, stuff like that. But here we don't do that. So you give your all, like you get a bad for the mother and baby and the birth partner.
Yeah. I think that when it comes to burnout and feeling bored at a point when you relocate, it's general, because I've spoken with a lot of people and it's general. Even in the UK here, sometimes if you come at first and you hear any worship song from an Estopoku, that's one namusumu, So boy, ube soon get
I know.
Mr. David, I was going to work and I got to a place where it was flooded. There was no car going, no car coming,
Oh.
and meaning the moving. Oh, Charlie, me probably chow chow. Me could do a drum. I had to use that.
You know,
My
and that's
son,
the thing in abroad, you can't
yeah,
say it's raining, like it's snowing, so I won't go to work.
Charlie,
Or I'm going to be late. You have to.
won't Juma. You go. Even if you
You
don't want to
go.
go, your pocket will send you. Yeah. Now let's talk about working in Germany as a nurse or a midwife. If I want to work in Germany now, what is the first step I have to take?
The first step is learn the language. Learn the language. I always tell people, you will come to take care of a patient and their relative. How do you want to communicate with a person if you don't understand the person's language? How are you going to care for the person if you don't understand the person's language? So the first thing is to learn the language. And they have levels in the language. You have to get at least a minimum of B2. B2 level of the German language to get started. But what people don't actually know is to start with the recognition process, you do not need the B2 certificate to be present before you submit your documents. You can submit your documents with maybe BA2 or B1, but you have to make sure by the end of the recognition process, you present your B2 certificate to the office before you can get your license to practice.
Oh, which one is the best? Is it B2 or A1?
A1 is the minimum, like it's the basics.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, so the B2 is they have A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So it's like three levels: the A level, the B level, and the C level. But each level is in two parts. Yes.
All right. Before we continue, what is the minimum requirement? Are diploma midwives or diploma nurses expected, or do they need a degree before they can start?
No. If you have a diploma, you can still work as a midwife or a nurse here in Germany. If you have a degree, it doesn't really matter. The minimum is the diploma. I'll say yes.
All right. So we've gotten our diploma in midwifery or nursing. We have learned the language. We've gotten our B2 or A1 to start before we get the B2. From the language, what is the next step?
You have to gather all your school documents, like your NMC certificate, your diploma or degree certificate. You get your transcript. Yes, you have to get everything together. Your CV. You have to make sure you write a CV in the German standard. So you have to look online, search online, look for examples. There are also templates you can just download and write your CV. And some, depending on the state where you want to get recognized, some will demand or request for a translated version of your certificate. You also need your WASI certificate as well. So you have to get those documents, translate it into German, because obviously they speak German, so it's assumed they don't understand English. They don't, so you have to give them the German one so they can read and understand. And you also have to contact your school to get, I don't think there's a specific name for it, but you have to show that the number of hours you did in school. I don't know if there's something like that in the UK. If you did like 1,000 hours of clinicals, yes, you have to get that document as well and add it. The funny thing is, I had my green book with me when I started the recognition. So I made a photocopy and then, I gave it out. And even with that, in Ghana, I think the green book is not taken serious. Like when you go for clinicals, you don't really calculate the number of hours you are there and that. Yeah. So I think when we were about to complete school and we needed to submit it, that's when I was be share, So I did a copy and I said I gave it to them as my so these are basically the things you need. And if you are married, your marriage certificate as well. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Now, when it comes to the clinical hours, the practical hours and all, your school can get it for you, because when you want to work in the US, CGFNS requests for all of these and they are able to provide. So guys, you've heard say your green book is very important. Those who do not want to sign their green book, a guy called me that he want to quit doing national service and get a shortcut to, and I'm saying, Charlie, you don't have to do that if you want to work abroad. Yeah. When it comes to learning the German, if you are really interested, you can start from YouTube, learn basic German, check German schools near you. Goethe Institute is in almost every country. You can check them out. Yeah. So now that we've gotten our requirements, our diplomas, our documents are intact, we have our German. What is the next step?
Okay, so I just want to add something to the
Yeah.
language
Yeah.
one. So there are
Yeah.
also private teachers teaching the language, the German language, especially if you're in Ghana. I know there are also private teachers maybe in other parts of Africa. So you just have to search around and see, or ask even on social media. You can just check. There are a lot of TikTok accounts and people also teach the German language online for free on TikTok Live. So you
Yeah.
can
Yeah. I've seen
just
them.
try to, yes, genau. So what next? The next thing is you have to search where you want to actually work as a nurse or midwife in Germany. The thing is, when you start your recognition in one particular state, you have to finish it, like it should be completed there. You cannot change or transfer. No, you can't do that. So once you have to be very sure where you want to work. That is where you have to search online the state. There are a lot of states in Germany where you want to, okay, maybe for example, I want to work in Hamburg. There I have to search recognition of a nurse or midwife in Hamburg. You can type that in English. It's going
Yeah.
to give you a website where you can go read about it, where you have to, submit your documents and stuff. But the most important thing is when your document is ready, you have to know where you have to submit your documents and then write them. There's a form, you fill it, add your documents, and send it to them. But one thing we have to take note is that it's only in Munich. I think Munich is the only place where you can do like an online submission. All the other states, you have to post your documents to them. In case you are in Ghana or any part of Africa, you have to post your documents to them after filling everything and paying the money. You post everything to them, yes.
Okay.
And then wait for an answer or decision on your application.
Oh, okay. So that is the recognition process. You have to fill the online form, give them the documents, and wait for an answer. So, are there any states that are easy to apply when you are overseas?
Easy. I'll not say easy, but I'll advise that people try to avoid the high cities like Berlin, Hamburg, Stuttgart, Frankfurt, because those places, they are big cities, so they are really choked. It is possible, but you have to wait for a longer period of time.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So let's say we've done all these and we have gotten feedback to continue. What is the next step? What feedback will we receive?
They will send you a letter that, okay, we've accepted your documents partially. So you have a deficit you have to, catch up or make up. So they will give you a shine or a paper. The document is called deficit shine in German, like a deficit letter, something. So what you have to do if you're not in Germany, but outside, you have to start searching for an employer. When you get an employer, let the person know that you are in the recognition process. You have your deficit shine, so you need to make up with the hours. So the employer is going to employ you as a nurse assistant or a midwife assistant or labor ward assistant and sponsor you. Come in. When you come, the employer is going to help you get a school for your entire recognition, what you have to do, all those things you have to learn. You have to enroll yourself in a school. Because obviously you have to learn the German, as medical terms, like how they do things, their practices. They have standard of everything, their procedures. You have to do everything, like learn everything. So you have to do that as well. Yes.
Oh, okay. So after you receive the feedback, get an employer and they will invite you over to finish the whole process.
Yes.
So,
but the truth of the matter is, getting an employer is not that easy.
Yeah.
I think it's something we have to put across.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of waiting, because I know a lady, she's a midwife. She waited like 2 years. And recently, a colleague of mine also has migrated. He's in Berlin. He also waited like almost 3 years. So
yeah, we looking to work in the USA. Some of us have to wait 3 years, 4 years, and even if you finish school, it takes like 2 years, 3 years for the government to post you. So whilst you are waiting, or immediately you finish school, if you want to consider working in Germany, you can start your whole process. So now waiting is just like our best friend now. Everyone has to wait.
If our people understand, then that's fine, because I see a lot of people, they are impatient, like they want quick.
Yeah,
that's whereby people scam them,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Is that all with the recognition, or there is a bit more to it that you want to add?
There is a bit more I want to share. When we say the recognition, which is Anerkennung in German, like the word Anerkennung is recognition in German. There are two types. With this deficit Bescheid you'll be given, It's either you do a practical hours, just practicals on your own in a clinic or a hospital,
In
or
Germany. In
in
Germany.
Germany, yes, or you register or enroll yourself in a school and do like a theory and practical session, like you are in normal nursing school. You go
Okay.
for clinicals, you come back to the classroom to learn, and with the exams, it's also in two parts. We have the
Okay.
kenntnisprüfung and the Anpassungslehrgang. Anpassungslehrgang means that's the what I just described, going to school and doing the clinicals alongside. So in this case, when you are done, let's say it's for a year. When you are done, the school is going to be the one to assess you, examine you, like you have a practical exam, you have a English, it's oral exams and a theory exams. But it's the teachers, what your mature now, that's what you're going to be asked on, and they're going to give you areas to study around,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
write the exams. When you are done and when you pass, the school is going to give you a letter to send it back to the office where they gave you the deficit shine that, hey, I've done my Anpassungslehrgang and I'm done. Like the school has certified that you are fit to practice as a nurse or midwife. And the kindness proofing is whereby you do the practicals on your own. With that, when you are done and you feel like, okay, I'm fit, I'm ready to write the exams, you go to the office again and say, okay, guys, I'm done with the hours. I want to write my English or oral exams. I would say that's the essential. So they will have a date and then you go do practicals for them to see, oral exams, and then when you pass, then they can give you a license. So basically, that's it.
Which one did you do?
I did the Anpassungslehrgang, and I will always commend the Anpassungslehrgang. That's
I'm
the
personal slogan. Hey, I need the
genau.
noise.
That's where you go to school and then you do the practicals alongside.
Yeah.
It is very stressful, but I will always recommend that because I have met a lady who also shared her story. The one I was saying, she was in Ghana. She came to do the kindness proof. She was in the labor ward working on her own, and everything was new. So she had a lot of stress, like their protocols, the name of the. But when you go to you enroll in the school, they're going to teach you the terminologies, how they work here, or like their procedures. You do everything, the theory in class before you go to the ward. So when you go, at least you've seen it in schools, like to see a nursing school now. So I always recommend that.
All right, I understand you, but just clear this doubt for me. If I get a job or an employer, who takes me to the school? Is it the employer who says, hey, master, go to school, or do the learning on your own bit self, or do the ampassant?
Anpassungslehrgang.
Yeah.
Okay, so it all depends on the contract you have with the employer.
Oh, okay.
It's either they will say, just do the kindness proof whereby you come and work for us as a nurse assistant and make up or catch up with the hours, and then you go and do, or you have that option. You can also tell them what you want because they know about it. Yeah. So that's where when they sponsor you like fully, you have to work for them maybe like 3 years before you can change employer or move to another clinic. So yeah, basically. But if you are here in Germany already, you can always turn to the social offices like job center or Agentur für Arbeit. Like that's an agency where you go to search for job. They are going to be the one to sponsor you, and it's not small money, it's like huge. So yeah.
So guys, you've gotten all the information that you need, but the most important one, gather your documents, start learning German, and also start the recognition process. You don't need any super links. Just search for recognition in Hamburg, recognition in Stuttgart, but she advised us to choose, is it states or cities? Which one are we searching for?
Cities. Let me say cities, yeah.
Yeah, so just choose a city. Recognition process for an overseas midwife in Munich. But she also advised us not to choose the bigger cities. Let's go for the quite smaller cities so that there will not be much competition there. Let's talk about life in Germany. Is it worth it to work in Germany? How is the salary for nurses, midwives, the cost of living, everything? How is it?
Germany is a social country. So it's okay. Like it's not too much. It's not like Webre, like US, It's okay. You can cut your coat according to your size. But in the German system, it's like we are almost the same, So the money is fine. So as a midwife, as a starting midwife, if you're not working in a private sector, and you're working like with a hospital, like a normal government hospital, you can take home, when you do full time, you can take home like 4,000. That's gross. That's gross. So
Yeah.
your net salary depends on a lot of factors. It depends on your tax class. It depends if you have kids. It
Yeah.
depends if you are private insured. It depends on a lot of the factors, but you can take home like 3,000, between 3,000 and 4,000. You can do that if you add on like weekend and
Yeah.
overtime and night shift. Yes.
Yeah, I trust my people. I'm about over time with you. I'm about bravo, but
But
life.
it's stressful. I won't
Yeah,
advise.
yeah.
It's
Life
stressful.
initially say jam with you and I don't say it. Now I don't even do much. Me 2-3 shifts in a week. No my stop here. I don't do much. But
Yeah.
when you come first, that when you have brain, you want to
Yes, yes, yes. And with the standard of living, it's okay. You can get, with the salary you are getting, you can get a good amount of, you can feed yourself, clothe yourself, get like somewhere proper to live, get
Yeah,
yourself a car. I know South Africa, you need a car.
yeah,
Like,
you need to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
But
good.
yeah, the transport system in Germany is superb. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
about I mean, say your transport system is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we should then hear if you go there first.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah,
Just say as well, time now the best start here, Jumano na
yeah, yeah. All right. Now we spoke about the process earlier on. Do you have a cost estimate that we will have to plan ahead? Even when we get an employer, are they going to pay our flights and everything for us?
Okay, so with the whole recognition process, I know when you're done, they will send you like a ration. A ration is like Kriton. I've forgotten the English, but like, they'll send you something to pay, you know. So I think you should just budget between 600 to 1,000 euros for the recognition alone
Okay.
if you are outside Germany. Yes.
Okay.
And take it into consideration, translating the document, doing your certified copies.
Yeah.
These things come with extra cost as well. And if the company is going to sponsor you, like 100% depends on the company. Because I know a colleague of mine, she comes from Morocco and she was sponsored like 100%.
100%. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
that's good.
So there's that chance there. You also, but I think most of us, when you're in Ghana, you're so desperate that even when they say, okay, we are going to employ you, so, okay, I'll pay my flight tickets, Don't
Yeah.
just be so quick to say
Uh,
all those things. Yeah.
now, because the one chance on your farm, what do you do?
No, say as well in Ignition conversation, you can let
Yeah.
them know if they sponsor, you'll be happy. If not, you are willing to,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
help or sort yourself out. Yes.
Do you have any website that after my recognition process or during the process, I'll just go and search for jobs?
Yes, there are quite a number of them. So you can search indeed.de, indeed, indeed.de. You can search stepstones.de. You can also search LinkedIn.
Yeah.
People post jobs as well. And also Agentur für Arbeit. Agentur or agency for work, also direct translation.
Yeah, guys, don't worry. I'm going to leave all of these crazy links
Yes.
in the description for you and
Yes.
also on the screen. Yeah,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I understand. Did you have any cultural shocks when you went to Germany?
Yeah, a lot. But I'll just share a
give me.
few.
Yeah,
Yes, a few. In terms of working, I'll just tailor it to working. My first cultural shock was the time they start to work.
And how much at the time?
They start work from when you have morning shift, it's 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's 8 hours. So
yeah.
And it's not like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's like 6 a.m. to 2:48 p.m. The 40 something minutes is if you have to document, you can use that too. But if you after that you are done, then you can go home. And the afternoon shift starts from 2 to 10:48 or something, like let's say 45. And the night starts from 10 to 6:45 the next day. And in Ghana, we were doing like 6, 6, 12. We do 6 hours, and then 12 hours. Like, how am I supposed to start work at 6 a.m.?
Oh, not 6 a.m. is normal.
Still, and you're normal because I'm not used to that. I'm used to starting at work at 8.
Yeah,
and so this time I have to wake up early. If you have to go and catch the bus or train, and this weather, so it was, yes. Yes. And the second one I would say, in relation to the first one, is eating early. Like the drama is like when they come to work at 6 a.m. they're eating. It's like, hey, I can't do that because I'm not used to. I mean, Ghana,
Yeah.
I don't think we eat at 6 a.m. Do we?
There. This
Oh,
awful for if you give birth, they are
yeah, no
5 a.m.
problem.
now before.
Yeah. And the second one is how they react in emergencies. For example, if we have a baby in distress and we have to have an emergency cesarean section.
Yeah.
Like the way they react, the baby is supposed to be there within 10 minutes when the alarm sounds.
Yeah.
And the way everybody is like serious will be able to save the baby and the mother. I was like, hey, it's crazy. Like, I know the chef case, like when I came, I was like, oh, this is nice. Like, and I said, the mother, the patients, they are more important.
Yeah, they're more important.
Yes.
Because if it goes wrong, the documentation of the you rather save everything now before it gets worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the last one would be the uniform, because way back in Ghana, we have to buy our own scraps and wear it at work. But where there's like a machine where you go and take the scrap. I was like, hey, so if I wear my scrap today, tomorrow I wear take the scrap you wore.
Oh, okay, but it will definitely be washed and sterilized.
I know, but still, and you cannot be cute with a scrap. You cannot choose the color you want.
No,
cannot make it tight.
Nice. Yeah, I understand.
So yeah.
All right, we are going to end the video with this question. If you were to start your medical journey today, let's say you just finished senior high school and you want to go into nursing, midwifery, or whatever, would you still have done midwifery, and what will you do differently? I'm just asking this for probably a senior high school leaver who will see this video.
Okay, so if I'm being honest with you, in recent times, we all know that when it comes to nursing and midwifery, the nurses, they have like a lot of chances. We all have the same chances, but the nurses, in fact, it goes really faster as compared to midwives. So if I were to go back, I would probably to study nursing rather than midwifery. But currently, I wouldn't trade midwifery for anything because I love my job. I love what I do. So yeah.
When you're very there, you be so say you laugh
I know. Yeah, I know.
I understand midwives and nursing are on the same level, but it's just that midwifery, most of the time you are stuck in the maternity and labor unit, and that is a small section in the hospital.
Yes.
But we also have medical, surgical, theater, care home. Care home is great. Midwife, you can't work in a care home because there are no pregnant old people there.
No.
So
I quite remember when I came here, like during those periods, because I had to give birth. I wanted to work in a care home. I went for the normal family. I was like, okay, I'm baby.
All right. If you haven't subscribed, this is a very good time for you to subscribe if you're a midwife, if you're a nurse, because as we've started our series, we'll be bringing you a lot of all these inspiring messages from these beautiful midwives and nurses to share their story. And do you have any last words for us?
Yeah, I would say if you're a midwife or a nurse, and it doesn't matter if you want to come to Europe, migrate to Germany or US or wherever, perseverance is the key, and patience will take you like somewhere. Whatever you put your mind to, you're going to achieve it. Don't give up. I always say this, don't give up. The process might seem like very long, it will take a lot of time, but one day, it will come to pass. Because I can't remember when I came here, and I think the first few weeks someone was sick. We went to visit the person in the hospital and they had their pictures, also the nurses had their pictures on the wall. So I told my mom that one day I'm going to have my picture on one of the hospitals in Germany. And I did. It took a long time, but it came to pass. Yeah.
All right. RM. How do you say RM in Germany?
Hey Bama.
Hey Bama, Princella. Can you give us your social media handles?
Okay, so you can find me on TikTok at midwife Princella_O and on Instagram as Princella_Owusu. Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm going to leave her links to her profile in the description. Please, if you send her a message, don't go and say hi, how are you?
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, I don't know her. Just go straight to the topic. Hello, my name is Susie. I'm a midwife in Ghana. I've started a recognition process. Just give a brief message and say hi, how are you, Bia? Because you won't get an answer.
And also, before we end, I think I do coaching services for people as well. If you are a nurse midwife, you want clarity on where to go, how to start, you want someone to guide you through the recognition process, you can always send me a I mean, I coach people, and then it comes with a cost. It's not free. So if you want to access my services, I'm always a DM away.
All right. So, guys, just send her a message. Get her to coach you, because I always say that getting information now is the gold in the system. Information is key. Everything is key. A lot of people have contacted me on my website. We've sat down, we solve issues, and now they are happy. If you want to go to Germany, me the cake I'm out the cake I'm out. Go to the expert, go to Princella on Guido, and you come out with a success story. And when you start the process, just be patient, be ready to learn, and persevere, because Charlie, one persevere, you waban baby. All right, so hey, Baman Princella, we thank you for honoring our request, and we will see you some other time.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
I'm inspired by thirst.
Bye.
I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts, but something